Hi, this is Alan Lord. Those of you who watch these videos know that I'm with the class of 1968, Deer Park High School, Cincinnati. I'm here at Marjorie Holden Morehouse's house in Pompano Beach, Florida, and very fortunate that Rae Stewart drove down from Delray Beach to join us so that we could have a nice afternoon and visit with each other and to do this video. So this is going to be another one of our drink with Alan situations. I have my glass of iced tea, that's about it. And Rae is going to share a little bit about her life and tell us what's gone on with her since high school. And I'll just turn it over to you, Rae.
Well, hello everyone that I haven't spoken to for 50 years, which is the majority of my class. When I graduated from high school, I went to the Raymond Walters branch of UC for a couple years, and then I gave that up and got my own place, got a job, and got married for a very short period of time, got another job, got married again for a very, very short time, and got divorced, and happily still single to this day.
I think you need to share that the first marriage was an unfortunate situation. You became a widow after a short period of time, not two divorces in a short period of time. Not that most of us or many of us haven't been divorced, because it took me twice to get that marriage thing figured out.
But it was all over a really long time ago. So anyway, and I ended up going back to work at GE and going back to Xavier University to get my degree in business, which I got. Worked at GE for almost 15 years, and then they were going through a massive downsizing. And my parents had started a business in 1980 in Florida, and they invited me to come and join the business with them and my brother, which is what I did. And so I have been in Florida since 1992. It was, I moved to Lake County, Florida, which is just north of Orlando, 50 miles northwest of Orlando and 50 miles southwest of Daytona, so in the middle of nowhere, but with a big city an hour away. Very different than Cincinnati. And so I have been, was in the citrus business, and it's been a good business for our family. And then about 2 years ago, I decided to retire and move to Delray Beach, which is where my sister's been living for the past dozen years. And so now I'm living the life of a retiree in Florida. And I do all those things that retirees do, trying to fill our time. So I play pickleball now, which I absolutely love to do. I've recently taken up line dancing, which I really love because I love to dance. I've taken up golf, which I'm really horrible at, but it's still fun. And especially if you're playing the course alongside the ocean, because then it's just, I mean, you got the golf course right there, and you turn your back and the ocean is there, and it's gorgeous. So that's pretty much what I do.
Why don't you talk about your police volunteer activity?
Oh, yes, I joined where I live. It's a gated community, and we have the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. They have a volunteer cops organization, and it encompasses a lot of different activities. The one I'm in with is driving the patrol car in our community. And it just, you know, it looks like a cop's car, it really does. And people do think it is a cop car, but if they would read it, it would say volunteer on the side of it, but they don't seem to notice that. So when you stop somebody at the gate trying to get in and you're asking, you know, what they're trying to do, they really do think you're a cop. So, which is sort of interesting. But so I do that a few hours every week, and there's about 1,500 volunteers in that organization, and it saves the county about $7 million a year. Wow. Because none of us get paid one dime. We get paid, and they do. If you put in enough hours in a year, you do get a free chicken lunch. So,
at Kentucky Fried Chicken, I suppose.
No, it's at the convention center in West Palm Beach.
Oh, that's okay.
So that's what I do. It's a way of giving back to the community I live in. It's also a way of getting to know the people in my community, because I moved down here and pretty much knew only my sister, who lived just a few miles away, but I wanted to, get involved in the community I was now living in, because being from the Midwest, neighbors have always been important. And a lot of places you live, they don't really understand neighbors, especially a lot of my neighbors are from New York and New Jersey, and they're from the cities, and they don't quite understand what a neighbor's supposed to be like.
Well, when we grew up, I don't know about any of the rest of you, but I grew up on Gardner Avenue in Silverton. There was 3 or 4 streets over there in Silverton off Ohio Avenue, until maybe my sophomore year in high school. We moved over on Guelata over in the Amberley area. But I remember as a kid, I could ride my bike and I could tell you the names of the people that lived in every house on my street. It was always a thing with me. Okay, that was this one, this one, this one, then there's Johnsons and Wilsons and Joneses and all the way down the street on both sides, like the whole block. Well, now I own a house in Reynoldsburg, Ohio, and I can't tell you the names of the people on either side of me. I think it's a cultural thing as well. It might be the neighbor thing, but I think that it's also just the way people are today. We don't share. We're not out in the backyard.
Well, I like knowing my neighbors, and where I live, I know almost every neighbor on my little street, and I know a lot of them. It's a small community. It's only 330 homes, so I actually know. People tell me I know almost everybody, but it's not true.
Well, in my own defense, I guess maybe the fact that I only live in that house about 20% of the nights in a whole year, and only live
You're like
there
a
2 years.
there.
Yeah, I'm like my neighbors go, "Oh, you're home this week." I said, "When are you leaving?" I said, "Monday." Because those of you that watch these know that I have a house that I'm in most of the time that I rent in Puerto Rico, and then this house I own and then I travel. Do you do much traveling?
No, I do not. I haven't really done much traveling at all since I moved to Florida, which is when I worked at GE, I did lots and lots of traveling. And where I was gone 2-3 weeks a month. And
For work.
And I think after about 10 years of that, I decided I had pretty much seen all I wanted to see at the moment. And I'm actually, people come to Florida all the time just to make it a special trip to come here, because there's all kinds of things to do here.
Oh, yeah.
So I've always been pretty much a stay-at-home person, and I'm pretty happy staying at home.
Well, that works. Everybody's got a different kind of situation.
Right.
That works. We seem pretty healthy. So
I am.
your
I'm
health
healthy.
That's good. We always like to find out how people feeling and what's going on.
And I didn't mind. I've only been to Pompano once, I think, since I moved down here. So now Marjorie was nice enough to invite me over for lunch and to meet her, and I got to get lost only one time trying to find her place here.
So she's taking the video now, and in a little bit Ray's going to take the video for her and us. So we'll have 2 videos. So if you're wondering how that's working, that's the way that works. You might also mention, I think you said that nobody got in touch with you since high school about any of these kind of reunions in the past.
No, and I was actually surprised when I got the first literature from Alan about the 50th reunion, because up until 1992, I lived in Cincinnati and my name was in the Cincinnati phone book. And yet, I heard from somebody, someone that knew someone that they were having a reunion, but I was never actually contacted. So I was actually shocked that they tracked me down to Florida after 50 years. So, but I'm glad that this reunion is going on. I still haven't decided if I'm going to go yet or not. But after meeting with Marjorie and Alan, there's probably a really good chance I'm going to end up going.
Well, we certainly hope you do. I guarantee you, any of you that are watching these videos, I've learned from classmates who have come to our little gatherings, as we call them, at Chicken on the Run. Really, I started having this little thing at Chicken on the Run on a weeknight, and the first time we did it, Linda and Joe Davis, Langhorse Davis, and I, we didn't have any idea how many people were going to come. We thought, well, the 3 of us might be having dinner at Chicken on the Run one night, and but we got like 13 people, and we've had as many as 29 or 30 classmates. And somebody told me that last year's class, the year before us, at their reunion only had like 35 of their classmates. And we do Chicken and we get 30, and that doesn't count any spouses. That's just the classmates. So we're thinking we're going to have a really big crowd. Some of you on the video may have seen me look at my phone. I would not normally do that. I just happened to have it on, and this message came from Linda Vance Buchan. She's been tied up for the last week or so, and she gets the initial reservations. I received 10 more registration forms today. She told me she got 7 a couple days ago. Those of you know, by June 10th, you get a reduced rate on the reunion. And so the forms are coming in rapidly. We think we're going to have a great big crowd. I would be really surprised if we don't have well over 100 people at our reunion event. So it's going to be a great thing. Some people are going to have an opportunity to tour the high school if you want. If you don't want to do that, somebody sent me a note today and said, I don't want to go to the high school tour. I don't want to go to the football game, but I want to go to the hospitality rooms. I said, okay, go to the hospitality rooms then. And my wife, believe it or not, she's not that excited about going to the football game either. So she said, well, I'll stay at the hospitality room and I'll open up the wine. So there'll be an opportunity for people to go there instead of going over to the high school if they want to. There'll be all kinds of opportunities to visit with people. And I've learned from these chicken things that the time that you've got, we go for a couple hours. If there's 20 people there, you cannot have enough time to talk to the people as long as you want to talk to them. The big problem people are going to have at the reunion is when it's all over, they're going to say, there wasn't enough time for me to see all the people that I wanted to see. So we hope that you come. We hope that you're watching this video and that you enjoy it. I want to thank Rae for making the drive down.
Well, I want to thank you and the other team of volunteers that has put all this effort into it, because I do look at the videos. I do look at the Beer with Alan videos that come on. And, you know, I enjoy getting all the different emails and being kept up to date. So, and I know that it's taking a lot of work to track down all of us. And
well, it's, you know, Linda Vance Buchan and I have really tracked down most of the classmates, and without her, we'd never be able to do it. But I think that speaking for her and for myself for sure, it's a labor of love. We get a lot of benefits by being able to talk to people on the phone. I've talked to you on the phone. I've talked to lots and lots of our classmates on the phone, and we're really excited to be able to see everybody. I just know that I'm not going to be able to talk to all the people I want to at the weekend that we have the reunion, and so we'll just have to do it the best we can do. Okay? So that's going to be it. Our time is up. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, and we'll
thank you all for watching.
See you on the next one.